This right here is Yuki Kawamura. If you've been paying attention to the NBA Summer League this year, you would know he's had some really fun highlights in these games, and that made me want to do like a career sim for him. Now, this is going to be tough because his potential is a 68 in the 2K roster that I have, so he's not going to get any better than what he is right now, I don't think, at least. He doesn't have any crazy good attributes. I think free throw is one of his best, ball handle's not terrible, pass accuracy not terrible, so there's some stuff we can definitely work with, but I don't know. I'm definitely thinking about upping his potential, but I don't want to do it too crazy and then him just become a 99. So we'll take it slow at first. But I did start in the off season. I'm using my share scenario. I have a YouTube video on this channel. It'll be linked in the description if you want to download it. Now, the problem with my roster is I have a lot, like the Bulls have too many players in it because they haven't made all the roster moves that they will before the end of the season. And to be honest, I don't know if Yuki actually is going to make this roster just by looking at the makeup of it. If they bring back Giddy, which I fully expect them to, they got Trey Jones. I think I already released Javon Carter. I've already had to release 2 point guards that were higher than Yuki, but Yuki's been impressive this summer league, so who knows really. I am gonna make one more move now. Nothing too exciting, but we do need to clear one more roster spot up. Don't really want to move any of these 20-something-year-olds. I could bite the bullet and do the Vooch trade now. Yeah, we'll go see if anybody's interested in bringing in Vooch. Ideally, an expiring deal that we can just release. Yeah, this works for me. We're gonna take on Rui's 18 mil this year in a first round pick from the Lakers and send them a floor spacing big man. And shout out Rui, but you're getting cut from the Bulls. So if you've never seen me do one of these, there's a couple things I do just about every time. One, I turn off injuries because with our lower overall players, the team isn't gonna want to play them, and so every time someone gets injured, I stop sim and set up the rotations correctly. Man, I do not like this team IRL at all. So I think this is what the rotation's gonna be like. And then for the next thing we have to do, we're not gonna touch his attributes. I never do that, but one thing I do have to do is touch his shot tendency, and his touches tendency, that's the only way he can even relatively get decent stats. Now, the thing about this team is he is far and away going to have the highest touch and shot tendency. The second highest is Kobe White with 74, so it's not even close. And then what I like to do is I look at his stats and see where he's best or most effective from, and then have his shot tendencies reflect that. Now, unfortunately, all of his actual shooting tendencies aren't great. We can up the midi a little bit. His three-pointers already at a 50, that's fine. The one thing I do like to turn down to is these contested ones. He doesn't need to be doing all that, but where he is going to find his most success is going to be driving. We're going to up his driving layup a little bit too. What is it currently? 66. It's still not great. We're going to up his finish and his dish. Actually, I don't have to touch his dish. It's already at 99, but definitely want to up his finish. That way he's trying to score, hopefully getting fouled, getting free throws. And then just the other thing to help him a little bit, we're going to up his pass interception. His steal's already at a 99. We're also going to lower his foul so he's not just fouling out of every game. Now, for system proficiency, I'm really just worried about what works best for Yuki as opposed to anybody else, and it looks like he's going to be most comfortable in a 7 seconds style, and I think that about covers it. This is what the coach game plan looks like, and we're going to start simming, I guess. Game 1, I don't want to simcast it, we'll just simulate, and we do lose, but Yuki had 9 points and 4 assists on 2 of 14 shooting, so not great, not a great start. See, against Pistons, we do win, and he had 6 and 5 on 2 of 19. Oh my god. The other thing I'm going to do is have him definitely train hard. I don't know how much this really affects things, but probably better to have it than not. We're also going to look at these badges, see if we can just get him something. So we're 4 and 6 for the first 10, which is actually better than what I thought, and Yuki is averaging an abysmal 9 points, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, but the percentages are terrible. 22% from the field, 17% from 3. Free throws 81 though, so that's something. So looking at his hot zones, they aren't great. I'm going to sim a little bit more and just see if it kind of gets a little better. So we're 7 and 13 now, and Yuki up to 11 points. Percentages are going up slightly. 11 and 6. Okay, we're gonna sim another 10 games or so. Okay, so 13 and 17, and Yuki's up to 12 and 6. That's definitely better. He's only playing 30 minutes a game. I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do too is to ensure that he's playing more than anybody is just make sure anybody with the backup position of point guard gets moved over to the shooting guard. That way nobody's stealing his minutes. So the month of January is over. Against his old team, Yuki had 18, 3 and 5, 3 steals and a block. 6 for 20 from the field is not great. January looks like one of his better months. I did up his minutes. Oh, his percentages were great. Well, not great. They're still terrible, but for him, they were pretty great. Upped his minutes, took away all of Trey Jones' minutes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and rebuild this team into one that he can actually win with. All right, we're going to bring in Tyler Hero as a guy who can score to play next to Yuki. We're going to move Tyler's position over to the 2. He goes up to an 89. I think I'm okay with Giddy. Yeah, I think I'm okay with Giddy being here, at least for this year. I want to go move on from Trey Jones Collins and Io if I can. Rockets are 18 and 29. I'm about to go get really weird. All right, well, we just got Kevin Durant. I never said this was going to be realistic, so what we're going to do now, move Giddey back to the shooting guard, remove KD back to the small forward, and now we have a lineup like this. We didn't even have to move Io, which is okay, I guess. All right, so I think this is what the rotation is going to look like. Honestly, I'm going to take away 3 more minutes from Okoro, and this is what it's going to look like for the rest of the year. Obviously, KD is going to take some touches away from Yuki, but I'm not worried if his points go down a couple more. I just really want him to be more efficient and just keep getting assists. Also, Yuki did make the Rising Stars game as a rookie, averaging 8 or getting 8 and 7. Also threw in 2 steals and a block at 5'8". Zach Collins and Io will both re-sign. I'm just gonna give Zach more than he should probably get. We'll give him like 15 and then try and flip him this offseason. We'll do the same for Io, honestly. Give him about 12.5. We aren't winning as much as I had hoped. We won a lot right after the trade, but now it's kind of slowed down and we are losing more games than not. Luka, your MVP, Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year, 6-man Isaiah Collier. I'm really hoping we're about to see defensive players next, but hoping Yuki won Most Improved. No, it goes to Kita, which I could see with the Celtics injuries and whatnot. Obviously, Yuki didn't make any of these teams, but he does make Rookie First Team, averaging 14.7 assists. Percentages are up. He wasn't very good. In fact, was -6 win player for us, but that's okay. It could have been worse. Oh, we actually are in the playoffs. I'm tripping. So we're tied 2-2. I wasn't even thinking. Yuki so far in the playoffs, 21 and 8 there. Okay. Holy crap, Yuki. 22 and 9 in the playoffs. Holy shit. I mean, it helps that he's getting guarded by Trey. Honestly, let's just hop into Simcast, see if we can get some gameplay. Back and forth game so far. We are winning. 4th quarter time, 11-point game, and we do run away. Yuki threw in 20 and 9, 8 for 22 shooting. Not great, but I mean, yo, if we could get to the second round with Yuki as the star, that would be dope. Round 2, 2 minutes left, 1:30. We move on to round 2, 19 and 11 for Yuki, who's averaging 21 and 9 on much better shooting in the playoffs. In round 2, he is gonna get cooked. He has to face defense. Wonder what Desmond Bane's defensive attributes are. 80. Yeah, there's like nobody here at the guard position that gives him a favorable matchup. I mean, unless we moved him to go against Tyus off the bench, which honestly I think I might have to do. So we'll start Giddey at the 1. We can start Io at 2, and then off the bench we'll go with Yuki. Maybe that helps him. Game 1, we win. Franz had 38. Yuki off the bench, 18, 2 and 2. Only 27 minutes. Played actually pretty well. Game 2, we lose. Paulo 30 and 10 game. Yuki in 32 minutes, 16 and 5. Bad shooting. Game 3, we lose as well. 9.7 assists. Bad shooting for Yuki. Game 4, we also lose. So we are down 3-1. 15 and 12 for Yuki's great game. Pivotal game 5, we also lose. So we go home. I totally don't expect Yuki to get love when it comes to player progression, but I will force his potential up if that's the case. Draft lottery, we end up with the 15th pick. We need a head coach. I'm not going to bring back Billy Donovan. Nothing against him, but Michael Stoffer's here, so he's going to decline it. Backup plan, we don't really have one. Joshua Willis, our assistant, I guess. All right, I haven't done any scouting myself, so I think I'm going to just trade away the pick if I can and probably throw in like Io and Zach Collins for money, see if somebody gives me an interesting offer. Not really. I guess you can say that was a gamble that didn't pay off. So I went into the trade, or not the trade finder, the team intel, saw that the Cavs were looking to move DeAndre Hunter. The contract's almost perfectly lined up. We get DeAndre Hunter for Io and Zach Collins. We didn't even have to give up our pick. I'll go see at 15 pick what's cooking if there's somebody I think is decent. This shooting guard, short, could be Joe Dumars. Honestly, I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's just go get him. He is a 75. Wow. Comes in, not the greatest stats and only C+ potential, so that's kind of disappointing. Definitely going to offer Yuki his qualifying offer. So KD does have some offers. One that he's really looking at is this Warriors deal. Giddey also has some offers. None of them are interesting to him. So we're going to sign Yuki long term. We're going to front load it, 3.5 mil. And then we'll at least just see if we can do a sign and trade with KD. And it doesn't look like we are going to be able to get him back. Even offering him more money, he just would rather go play for a championship. And that sounds like KD to me. KD does sign with the Warriors. Luka goes over to Brooklyn. KD with the Warriors. Kristaps goes back to Washington. But okay, we have some moves to make. One of which I want to move Clint Capella or player regression kicks in. And honestly, I might throw in Dalen Terry with it, or maybe even Pat Will. I guess we're going to bring in Keldon Johnson in a first round pick. That works for me. I just don't feel like we have too many valuable pieces on our team. I definitely want to change that. I like the idea of bringing in more shooting. Can we do this deal without Shake Milton? Maybe first. They want their other first back. I'm good on giving you that back. And that's fine. They take a second round pick. So we just traded Pat Will, Jalen Smith, and a second round pick for Dalton Connect and a first. I want as much shooting as I possibly can around Yuki pretty much at all times. All right, so we just made 2 signings at the center position to shore up our center position. Jalen Duren on a 4-year, $42 million salary. And then we also bring in Charles Bassey. Now, the thing I did is I went into the player finder. I'll just show you. And I set it to centers with B+ or better post defense, rebounding, and physicals, only 10 players show up. Number 2, Jalen Duren, and then down here, Charles Bassey. Honestly, like both of those moves. And honestly, I think I really like where the team is at. I think we have a lot of athleticism, a little bit of three-point shooting, some defense, all next to Yuki, and I think that can be really fun. We also don't have anybody that's really going to take 100 shots away from him, so I think we're good. We're also a really young team. Giddy goes up, Jalen Duren, DeAndre Hunter, Buzelis, Bassey, and unfortunately, Yuki does just kind of stay the same. So what I'm going to do, I am going to up his potential, and we'll probably just do it like this. You know, we'll set the max potential to an 80, and we'll just see what that does, if that makes him any better. All right, so system proficiency, we are going to go back to the 7 seconds because that is what Yuki seems to be best at. The next thing I'm going to do, Brandon Williams, we're going to change his position over to a shooting guard. He actually goes up, and then anybody else with that shooting guard, point guard, tag. And then the last thing we have to check is just to make sure Yuki's shot tendency didn't get tanked. Perfect. Did any of his stats go up? Crazy amount? Not really. Oh, the other thing I want to do is make sure his prime isn't just over, because I think it's currently, 27. We'll set it to like 31, and I think that's a good place for it to be. So last but not least, we got to set the rotation. I'm also going to hire the help defense since we have Yuki, who is going to need help quite a bit, and we're going to just see how this team does. Game 1 is a loss. Yuki 16-6 on 16 shots. Not great, but serviceable. So through the first 10, we are 4-6. Just want to see how Yuki is doing. Currently averaging 15-8, 32% from the field, 34 from 3. Okay, so that's something. So we're currently 18-22 through the first 40 games. Yuki averaging about 16-8. He's decent. I want to see, because I can only imagine his estimated wins added. Yeah, it is bad again. Since his mid-range and three-point have increased, I do want to increase how much he shoots those. His LEU passes at a 0. I didn't even realize that. Let's up that a little bit. Maybe to like a 70. Yeah, I don't really know what else I can do other than just ride it out, and hopefully with his potential, us raising it, hopefully he hits that number maybe and gets a little better. Will remain to be seen though. Oh, also he doesn't have a mentor anymore because I traded Kobe White. I set his mentor to Josh Giddey because I think Giddey should be safe the rest of the way in case I forget to reset it or whatever. I'm gonna lower the help defense and see if that maybe helps a little bit. So we're currently 23-28, just outside of the playoffs, currently 11. So when it comes to negative players, it's really just Yuki out of the guys who are really playing. I would like to make a big splash if I could and grab another like great defensive player. I would love to get like Evan Mobley, but that's probably out of the realm of possibility. He's not listed as untouchable, but well, I tried to give him 2 pretty valuable picks and a 2028 Lakers first. They didn't go for it. The Celtics don't have anybody listed as untouchable. That's interesting. We'll go talk to them a little bit. All right, I gave them the Godfather offer for Jason Tatum, and they say no. I mean, is there anybody? Is Kawhi still good defensively in this? Yeah. Is he $50 million good? No, but if we can give them Isaac Okoro, Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, who's not playing for us, give us Alex Caruso, and then we're $5 million away. Give them that kid we just drafted, and then they turn around and give us Tyrese Proctor. They just accepted that straight up. Okay, so that's interesting. We do bring in more defense, so yeah, I guess we're just gonna stay put there. I didn't have to give up any picks, did I? No. I just gave up Isaac Okoro, Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, and that guard who had C+ potential. I feel like that was a good trade for us. We currently just won back-to-back games, 3 straight, lose against the Knicks by 1. We need to sign somebody, so we'll sign Gary Payton, and why not Rashawn Holmes? But I mean, so far since that trade, we have been winning. We just beat the Celtics, we beat the Clippers. I'd really like us to somehow get over 500 if we could. Buzelis will resign. We'll definitely get that deal done. Kawhi is willing to, on a cheaper deal, go with the team option just in case he really regresses hard. We're just 2 games under 500. If we could get over, that would be awesome. And we lose 3 straight. 4, 5, 6. That's disappointing. Yuki, no, we were doing so well, guys. Finished 35-47. I don't think we even made the play-in. Second team, Josh Giddey. Wow, we did not even make the play-in, so that's pretty disappointing. And we get a Nets Thunder finals where the Nets win. Luka, your finals MVP. Draft lottery, we end up with the 9th pick and the 11th. I'm gonna go see if I can trade up in the draft to the first pick. Probably not gonna be able to, but it'd be fun. They want me to throw in Josh Giddey. Honestly, I mess with Josh Giddey, but the defense is low. Having him in a backcourt with Yuki is pretty tough. And then Zach, I guess, can just come off the bench as a scorer. We're gonna do that. Now, the reason I did that, this guy is undersized, who we're drafting, but comes in 6'2", A- perimeter defense, good shooting, obviously good potential. Willis Freeman, welcome on in. You are gonna be in the backcourt with our guy. We're gonna move Freeman's position once we sign him, and he will be a 2 guard, and he goes up. Team player options, we're gonna accept all of them. Qualifying offers, I'm fine with letting Brandon Williams walk, I think, unless, what is his perimeter defense? It's only 63, I'm fine with that. Julian Phillips, you can stay. All right, so we brought in a couple more defensive wings. We did lose DeAndre Hunter to the Nets, but we brought in Lou Dort as well as Lonzo Ball. Kawhi already down to 80 overall. Maybe, and it's just not gonna end up being the best trade. How did Yuki do? He went up to 69, so not great. Mid-range is getting better. His shooting's all getting better, but nothing too exciting. It's funny, we did bring back Zach LaVine and Lonzo Lonzo Ball in the same offseason. Bulls fans not too happy about that, I can imagine, but this is what we're gonna go with. I assume we'll be worse this year, but I'm hoping that in time we end up being better. Through the first 15, we are 1 game over 500, but we are 7th in the conference. Yuki currently is averaging 20 and 7, almost 2 steals a game, playing really well actually for him. We'll ignore the field goal and 3-point percentage, but I'm pretty excited about what I'm seeing. And now I gotta remember, I did change it that Josh Giddey was his mentor. Now Giddey's gone, so let's try and give him some shooting and maybe bailout, see if that helps. We are over 500 still, which is big for us. That is a huge step in the right direction. All right, before we keep losing, I do think I want to try and move Kawhi, which is a disappointment for sure, but maybe we can get somebody on a decent salary. So I am interested in Nick Claxton for his defense, but then he would be a bench center. What about Peyton Watson? What's his defense like? It's actually really good. Yeah, I think we'll do this. We're gonna pick up Aaron Wiggins and Peyton Watson, shooting and versatility defensively for Peyton. I like that. We did have to give a first round pick, but that's okay. All right, so he's gonna play about 20 minutes. Yuki gonna play 48. We're gonna have Buzella start and see how it goes from there. Okay, so we are starting to fall way under 500, and I'm feeling desperate to make a big move. I just don't know what that's gonna be. New York keeps asking me for Yuki. Please stop. You're not getting Yuki from us. We throw 2 protected first. They give us 2 protected first. Yeah, I don't know. That was probably a bad trade, but I do just feel really desperate to make moves right now. Definitely gonna take Levine out of the lineup. They want to play Bassey. I think I'd rather Peyton Watson play. What are Lonzo's shooting splits? They're usually, yeah, they're pretty bad, so I'm fine with him not playing. I think this is what we're gonna go with. Josh Hart starts 3 or the 4. I do need to make up minutes. All right, that's what we'll go with. All right, we're gonna try and get kind of cheesy. We're gonna take away Charles Bassey's minutes, play Duren 40. We'll give Bassey a couple minutes because we need a backup center at least for the minutes that Duren's out. As this kid, he's been pretty good, especially for a rookie. But I think what I'm gonna do is move him to the 6-man, start Lou Dort. Maybe actually we start Dort at 3. We start, yeah, we'll do something like this. And I'm fine with taking away some of the next minutes, something like that. Just more defense in that starting lineup. Maybe we go on a run here. I don't know. Hey, we're kind of going on a run. I was gonna make a joke and say we did not, in fact, go on a run, but we kind of did. We got up to 39 wins. Willis Freeman is your rookie of the year, averaging almost 25-5. Incredible from him. Most improved player goes to Jeremiah Beers, which whatever. Jalen Duren made All NBA second team, averaging 18 and 16, and he also made defensive second team. So what a year from him. Rookie first team, Willis Freeman, and we just barely made the play-in. Can we win this game? No, we got eliminated. But I actually have a little bit more faith going forward. Hopefully we get a better version of Jalen Duren. Player retirements, I'm not going through and fixing these. So draft lottery, we have the 2nd pick. Okay, 12 and 13. So if we did legitimately want to move up, we could. Is there a guy, the 7-foot center, decent shooting, post defense, rebounding, athleticism? I could probably move up. So the first pick went to the Grizzlies. Honestly, I'm gonna go try and move up. They're gonna offer me this. They're gonna also throw in Corey Kispert, who as a guy that I think has decent defense, 70. We're gonna do this. It ends up giving them 4 first-round picks from us, but I don't really care. I don't know how long we're actually gonna be here. So we fired our head coach to sign Fred Daniels, another one of those coaches with really good ratings that aren't real people. And we are gonna go get that center. Now the reason I am confident in doing this is because I think he could play next to Jalen Duren, and he's at 83. I'm gonna decline whoever this kid is that they drafted, but with his shooting, I think he'll be able to play next to Duren. Dalton Connect is a free agent. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna go to player progression. Josh Hart regresses a little bit. Yuki up to 71. I'm actually gonna go see if I can trade Josh Hart, maybe Kispert too, and Levine. See what a package of those 3 guys could end up pulling us. Okay, so what have I wanted? Versatility on defense and 3-point shooting. We just traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. He automatically is our best player. He reunites with Yuki, and now we have a rotation that I think is really good. I am interested in trading Lonzo. Maybe I should have traded him. I did trade. I'll show you the trade. I don't know why I didn't. Traded both of the first-round picks that we have control of left, and I traded Josh Hart, Zach LaVine, Corey Kispert, and Noah Senge for Jaren Jackson. I think there's some stuff to really like about this team right now. My goal is I just want us to play meaningful basketball at the end of the year. I'm gonna wait to trade Lonzo just later in the year to see if I have a better grasp on what we need as a team. We are still really good 7 seconds wise, so I think that's what I'm gonna go with. His attributes didn't really go up too much shooting wise, but we will make sure he's shooting a little bit more. I think this is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna play 90, 40 minutes in the sim, see how things are going. We lose game 1, lose game 2, lose game 3. Okay, we're all live. Let's instead of starting Dalton, what if we get really weird? We start, yeah, let's lower the rotation a little bit. We're gonna play both of our bigs 30 minutes a game. You know what, even more. You guys are our best players. Why wouldn't you play? We're gonna play Murphy at the 4. His perimeter defense isn't great, but what's Duren perimeter? Yeah, I'd rather do that. We're gonna play Jaren at 3, and we're just gonna see if that makes things better. So yeah, we're much better. Yuki still averaging about 17, 9 assists, looking decent. We're definitely getting carried by these other guys. This kid might be generational, but since starting 0-5 and making the changes, we are 11-7, so feel pretty good. All right, so I actually have to run and go pretty soon. down, and he's just not progressing like I would have liked, and I want to get this video out there. So what we're going to do, we're giving him 99 potential. It really shouldn't make a difference this year, but who knows? All right, I'm also going to change something. I know it says we're better as a offensive team or a 7 seconds team, but I'm going to go to defense, and I'm going to lower help defense, as well as I'm going to change. Oh, I didn't change these. That might have helped. We're going to crash the glass, protect the paint, physical defense, and crash the defensive glass, and just see maybe we have a second half run that's special. Cooper, our rookie, one rookie of the year, nothing else for us. First team, second team, third team, Willis Freeman as a second year player, rookie first, of course, and we did just barely sneak out the play in. For this little run, we're going to go to Yuki. We're just going to make him a 99 overall. See if that's enough to get us in the actual playoffs. We're also going to give him every badge. He's a demigod. And let's just see what this looks like. In the play-in, we kill the Wizards. Yuki 38, 13, and 18. What else did I want to do? I don't know. Second game in the play-in, see if we can make it. And he is just dominating. I guarantee it. We beat the Pacers by 35, 45, 13, and 22 for Yuki. Why? Oh, it's not showing me his playoff because we didn't make the playoffs yet. All right, we're going to simulate round one. We sweep the Magic. Currently, Yuki's averaging 30, 16, and 13. That's pretty good, I guess. We beat the Cavs in game 1, 2, 3. We lose game 5, but we do beat them in 5. Yuki's still averaging decent numbers, I guess. We sweep the Nets and we are in the finals against the Timberwolves, up 3-1. We actually have a close game. We'll hop in here. We'll take a look at Yuki. I was going to just play and commentate for a second, but we actually have a close game. Now, I need to turn down my Elgato. All right, Yuki's in. And Edwards getting guarded by Dalton Connect. He throws up a 3, doesn't get it. Yuki with the board. In this game, Yuki has 33 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Yuki drives, gets blocked by Walter Clayton Jr., passes it out to Dalton Connect, and we hit the 3. We're up 3. Can we hold on to this lead? And you know what I'm going to do too? Yuki is a dog. He wants this matchup. We're throwing him on Ant. Ant drives, mid-range jumper from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. We get the rebound. Yuki's going to push the other way. Driving on Clayton, throws it inside. That's his 10th assist for the triple-double in game 5. Yuki Kawamura going crazy. Yo, I know this is lame that I just upped him to a 99, but this video kind of didn't go how I expected, so I just figured why not have some fun with it. Yuki guarding Ant. Ant just kind of posting up, kind of not really. Gets swatted. Yuki Kawamura with a block. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yuki with the block. Behringer to throw it in. Gives it to Julius Randle, who gives it to Ant Edwards. Yuki there. Gets the contest. Ant can't get it. Just over a minute left. Jalen Duren up to Jackson. Jackson to Murphy. Murphy dribbling around. Tries to throw up a hook around Julius Randle. Can't get it. Behringer the rebound. Randle pushing. Walter Clayton wants and not getting it. Ant Edwards catches on the side. Getting guarded by Freeman. Freeman forces him to pass it away. Randle tries to drive. I don't know where Freeman is on that play, but Ant misses the layup anyway. And with 45 seconds left, our team looks like they are going to win the NBA championship. They're into Jackson. Jackson has Yuki. Throw it to Yuki. It's all right. We're up 7. That should do it unless they hit a 3 here. Ant wide open mid-range jumper. Gets it to go. 5-point game. They are going to fall. Last I checked, Yuki hadn't missed a free throw all playoffs. He still hasn't. He makes both free throws. 7-point game. Miller's 3 does go. Still only a 4-point game. Jalen Duren kicks it into Freeman. Freeman gives it to the GOAT. Ant Edwards just fouled out. Yuki's free throw up and good. Still hasn't missed this playoff. Don't start now. Second one up and good as well. 6-point game. And I got out of there. We did win 35, 14, 11, 5, and 4. And I'm assuming a finals MVP for Yuki Kawamura. He averaged 30, 14, 10, 3 steals, 2 blocks in the finals. All right, y'all. That'll do it for me and Yuki. I had fun making this video. It didn't go how I planned or how I hoped, but we had some fun with it. And at the end, we got to see Yuki do some crazy things. So if you like this type of video, please leave a like. It means the world. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to suggest me doing in the future. We're probably winding down on the 2K25 content, and I'm excited to get going with 2K26 when it comes out. All right, y'all. I appreciate you all. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, anything. It means the world, and I'll see y'all in the next piece.